one man and two women to make a baby. There are three parents here. But what is the purpose? Why do we need one man and two women? The simple answer is to make the baby healthier, to prevent genetically transmitted mitochondrial diseases in the baby. In this video, we will talk about what is mitochondrial disease, how bad it can be, the background or the history about the three-parent baby, how it evolved in recent years, how it is expected to prevent genetically transmitted mitochondrial diseases in the baby in simple way, and if there is any drawback. Let's start with what is mitochondrial disease and why it is so bad. So we need to understand what is mitochondria first. Mitochondria is part of a cell. It is called the powerhouse of a cell. The picture shows a cell in our body. The nucleus is in the middle. Around it, we have this liquid called cytoplasm. And in the cytoplasm, there are multiple mitochondria. Mitochondria processes the oxygen and convert the nutrients from food into the energy for us. So that's how this is called the powerhouse of a cell. When it functions properly, mitochondria is a source of vital energy to the cells that makes up the organs. But mitochondria damaged by mutations can seriously affect the energy-hungry tissues in the heart, brain, nerves, kidneys, eyes, ears, pancreas, muscles, and liver. The worst part is there is no treatment for mitochondrial diseases. Only the symptoms can be managed by therapy and medications. Out of 5,000 babies, one is affected by mitochondrial disorders. The number might be underestimated because of the type of symptoms and organ systems involved. A lot of time, this mutated mitochondria can be the reason behind a woman being unable to conceive a child in the first place. I should also mention that mitochondrial diseases come only from the mother, because mitochondria from the sperm gets damaged during the penetration. So the baby gets the mitochondrial DNA from the mother only. Some babies of affected women can still be healthy if they inherit only a tiny portion of the mutated mitochondria. But others may be affected severely and can inherit serious mitochondrial diseases. How three-parent baby can be a solution to the mitochondrial diseases? Let's start with a little bit of background. The first three-parent babies were born in the 1990s and early 2000s very successfully using an IVF technique called ooplasmic transfer, which is actually cytoplasmic transfer. In this process, a small amount of cytoplasm from an egg cell was donated by a healthy woman to the mother's egg, which was then fertilized by the father's sperm. So the idea was to mix the healthy cytoplasm in the mother's egg cell that should minimize the risk of mitochondrial diseases and also help the mother overcome infertility. If you have noticed, at this point of the study, they focused on the whole cytoplasm in the cell, not directly on the mitochondria. After more study, they were able to go down to the granular level. The correlation between the woman's infertility and mitochondria was found, especially mitochondrial DNA. The maternally inherited mitochondrial DNA is less than 1% in mammals' body, but that little portion of mitochondrial DNA is also found to be responsible for mitochondrial disease. Mutations in mitochondrial DNA are the cause of mitochondrial diseases that can lead to premature death, even the death in infancy or childhood. Women who bear the causative mutations are at heavy risk of transmitting mitochondrial diseases to the baby. In this IVF technique, embryos combine egg and sperm from the biological parents and the mitochondria from the donor's egg. So the baby gets 99.8% of the DNA from the mother and father and a small amount of genetic material, which is just 37 genes out of 20,000 genes from the donor. And this is called mitochondrial replacement therapy. Two other techniques were used before mitochondrial replacement therapy, but we're not going to discuss that today because this video is going to go too long. After an extensive review process in 2015, it was approved in UK on a case-by-case basis to prevent genetic diseases caused by mitochondrial mutation in the mother's egg. The following year, in 2016, the first 3-parent baby was born using mitochondrial replacement therapy in Mexico by a scientist of United States. The baby was healthy, so it was successful. The treatment was done on a woman who had mitochondrial mutations. Before the mitochondrial replacement therapy, she had 4 miscarriages and 2 children. One died at the age of 6 and the other died in 8 months. So far, the experiment looks promising, but we do not have enough cases to look at yet. Long-term follow-up on the baby's health is necessary. The process comes with the risk of reversal as well. A tiny number of the mother's faulty mitochondria can still be present and can multiply in the future. The possibility of mitochondrial diseases can be reduced by this process, but cannot be removed completely. It is still unclear that if this reversal happens in any stage. But experts think if the reversal happens, it happens really early stage, within first 12 weeks of pregnancy. But still, a lot more review will be going on before it becomes available to public. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to stay tuned. Thank you.